processes, they don't have the technology, they don't have the people to actually do that. This was 3, 4, 5 years ago. So in response to that, we built Express Supply. Express Supply is essentially, for want of a better word, third-party onboarding digital platform for financial products in Malaysia. So we started off with credit cards, we've since moved on to loans, term life insurance, and we're about to launch motor as well on this on this system, we like to call it. Express Supply is actually not a regulated product. So we are in the financial fintech sandbox in Malaysia, under in Bank Negara sandbox. But that's not what we didn't put Express Supply in that sandbox. We put something else in. We put in for insurance. But what that means for Express Supply is that Junexu is a registered person. I think that's what they call it, right?
Approved participant.
Yeah, but as part of being approved participant, we are what they define as a registered person. What that means is, the directors, senior management of the company, the entire company gets thoroughly checked out by Bank Negara. So they pretty much rate this from a monitoring perspective. And what that means also is that we have to comply with the majority of the things within the FSA 2013, right? As in, things around data protection, things around adequate controls, things around disaster recovery, various things. So, and Express Supply is just one of the products that we offer, but the entire company has to comply with the majority of the provisions within the FSA.
You might have just jumped in, so you're saying that you put a specific product in Sandbox, so it's not completely specific. So Express Supply would be like, you apply again, put it in.
Okay. So yeah, exactly, right. So what we've clarified with the FSD, the Financial Sector Development Team within Bank Negara, that Express Supply is not. We were given an informal steer, right? In that Express Supply is this digital onboarding system is covered within the existing regulations. Why? Because banks already have processes to outsource vendors like ourselves to actually conduct these activities. Right? So no need for sandbox. However, on the insurance side, there were certain limitations around what digital onboarding product can do. And the existing regulations around financial advisory in Bank Negara was not adequate to cover the activities that we wanted to do online. That's why we had to go into that sandbox to say, hey, in order to do multi-issuer transactions and advisory for insurance products in Malaysia, you need to put it in the sandbox because we don't have current framework. We don't have a current framework or rather the existing framework around financial advisory by Bank Negara is not adequate to cover you.
So another approved participant is definitely Money Match, Adrian here. Walk us through, the amount of steps you need to do just now, looking through the slides, it's quite a lot. It's probably going to deter a lot of fintech startups or starting new companies. But Adrian, walk us through the amount of work you need to do since you joined the sandbox in implementing a good eKYC procedure for Money Match.
Okay, hi guys. First and foremost, let me just explain what the company does in general. So the company is called Money Match, and we're basically a cross-border payments company. So basically, businesses use us to send money overseas, parents to their children, foreign workers, money back home, etc., etc., etc. So we wanted to build a product that was completely digital, meaning we onboarded the customer digitally, we accepted money from a bank, and we pay out to a bank only. Okay. So and at the current point in time, like Han mentioned previously, there was not any kind of legislation or regulation from Bank Negara that would allow these kind of processes. So we applied again to the sandbox, and we were admitted to the sandbox where we were testing our eKYC protocols as well as basically a fully digital online platform as well. So I get asked this question a lot. Tell us about the experiences getting to the sandbox and how it is in regards to complying with regulators from Bank Negara, as well. It's not a pain. Difficult for sure. It's the same everywhere around the world, right? The cost of compliance is very high, but I think that Bank Negara has been very supportive in what we do, and there have been multiple consultations with regards to what we're trying to do and reporting as well, how to get it done. And subsequently, what came from that was the framework that you guys was privy to have a preview prior, which is basically eKYC legislation that was announced in November 2017. So how it worked was basically that we were given the flexibilities to test and report our findings from in the sandbox. And with that, through numerous consultations, we helped Manila took the feedback and sort of crafted what is now the effective legislation, which is part of the whole point of sandbox and MSD as well. Because to get into the sandbox in the first place, like Han mentioned previously, you must have, I think breach is a very strong word. More like you must have been like, your business model must not fall within the confines of a traditional business. That's why you have to go into the sandbox, because otherwise, it's not a regulatory arbitrage. What this means is if you want to open a bank, you have to comply with banking legislation. You cannot say, oh, I'm going to open a bank, a digital bank, therefore I don't need 2 billion paid up capital, I'm going to go into the sandbox. It doesn't work that way. You have to justify why the model cannot exist in the existing frameworks, and then you'll be admitted inside for the testing period, and then they will see the progress of the concept and developments of the product as well. And then Ben and Gara basically decide whether it's worthwhile to incorporate new legislation for this business to thrive in the original market as well.
So Adrian, I know that when you go into the sandbox, you're given certain exemptions, right? And you hope that within like the next 12 months, which yours is actually ending like next week or something.
Very soon.
Yeah. Tell us what kind of exemptions you're given and how does it help you, your fintech startup, and within the 12 months, are you given enough time to prep for the obligations and
Sure. Okay, first and foremost, you're really spot on. I mean, we're actually one of the 7 that applied for eKYC applications from MSB as well. Whether it's enough time, a lot can be done in 12 months. And I think the major difference that a fintech player has versus a traditional player, i.e. bank or another money service business player, it's just that it's the speed at which we can move. I'll give you a clear example would be like in the current sandbox, in the second cohort, OCBC and CIMB in the second cohort as well, right? But I can fairly say that I have fairly confident speak for Han as well that when Big Bang comes and says that, hey guys, we need you to make some changes here, we'll probably get it done faster from a technological standpoint and developmental standpoint as opposed to a bank. So 12 months, a lot could be done in 12 months. To give you a clear example was that when we started out, our model was a video conferencing model, whereby we do a video call with the customer upfront. Because the logic was to not stray so far away from the existing model, which is face-to-face. There's a lot of benefits that could be had from having a face-to-face conversation with the customer. A clear cut would be, take the example, let's say Singapore for an example, right? MSP players in Singapore, not all of them are able to perform eKYC. As a matter of fact, I dare say that Malaysia is probably more advanced in that regard. With regards to Singapore, even Singapore being a fintech hub. So we ask the question, why doesn't Singapore implement eKYC for all its players? Why does it allow selective players to perform eKYC functionalities? Because they have a different problem than what we have in Malaysia. Singapore has high cases of fraud. And what I mean by high cases of fraud is that they don't have much of a CFT ML issue, but they have situations where a lot of their citizens get frauded by, let's say, like Chinese fraud. Same way why they say that China fraud is very love frauds. China is very the fraud in China is very prevalent, where they say that your kid in China has been kidnapped. So you have to send money to me in China right now. So if it was done online, the person would just remit the money. And therefore they would have been victim of fraud. But now that they've come to the counter, Singapore, which is the MAS, actually puts the onus on the staff at the counter to see if the customer is under duress or not. And if the customer is under duress, they will not pursue the transaction and they will report it to the police instead. And the authorities will take care.
Sounds like an advertisement when you actually like counter fraud by using, let's say, Money Ranch and like, oh, that's actually fraudulent. You said at first it's actually video conference. What is it right now that you're getting? How's it?
So video conferencing from the beginning was something we tried out because there was no regulations of yet. But after the legislation appeared in November, we found out that Ben and Gara was very comfortable in utilizing facial recognition algorithms to perform eKYC instead. So we quickly morphed our model to perform facial recognition procedures as well. So right now the model that we have is very similar to what the international players have, i.e. TransferWise, Worldremit, or even Revolut. So we use some of the third-party providers that for eKYC that they use as well, as opposed to developing it ourselves. Because technology is very, very complicated. I mean, we have large companies in the UK that are very well funded and focus specifically on facial recognition technology and OCR technologies only. So we leverage on them as well to do that.
So basically, facial recognition is the tech that you guys are using right now for money management. I realized that when SC and Bank of Canada, you guys have a joint working group for stockbroking industry, slightly different from remittance and Ringgit Plus. Tell us what are the main top priorities when it comes to accelerating the digitalization of that industry at this current landscape right now. Maybe Azrina, you want to take this?
No, it's actually Bridge is named as Bridge because it's a broker industry digitization group. So it started with the need to bring the industry to the next level, to embrace digitization, to ensure there is efficiency and things like that. So far, it's still work in progress because the consultations are still ongoing. I think we have consulted with most of the brokers, and you can see that we have different kind of brokers, from the universal brokers to brokers who are IBs, and also one as one with a standalone. So, but at least everyone, at least most of the cross-tech.
But never mind. The reason why I asked about that is WeChat actually rolled out WeChat securities. So basically, you can trade stocks in China, scanning your face or responding to the phone. When it comes to facial recognition, first, tell us where is Malaysia right now, and what are the obstacles that fintech startup will face? Must you always outsource, or do you work like Ringgit Plus, come up with your own eKYC?
Well, I have in Malaysia. Well, you cannot say we are so much late, but you can say there are different kind of challenges that I see today. For example, there are some applications maybe even you are familiar with, like Udo, for example, the telecommunication that allow you to customize your plans, and others several like Big Pay and so on. So they are leveraging on the eKYC, and you can actually scan your ID and IC, and you can scan your face. But the part where you see is that it will take 3 to 5 days for verification, which is maybe not that instant. You would expect it maybe to be instant. So for smaller startups, I think the first challenge is the cost. Money Match is leveraging on some of the provided services. There is one service in Malaysia that I have read behind the Yodo eKYC for face verification and ID scanning is EMAS eKYC. And they are, for the facial recognition, for example, they use Face++. So these kind of services are targeted more well-established institutions. So maybe for startups going into something a really good solution might be a challenge, and going into just good solution or just okay enough might be compromising, the security, and it might not validate the personality. It could not be, for example, have measures to counter spoofing attacks or any of the security threats.
I mean, the security concern is definitely one, right? People say that you can do in China, like Face++, you mentioned that you can do high precision facial recognition for Chinese faces. That's quite impressive, if you ask me. 11 million in the bank, Han. 11 million US. Are you going to build? I mean, you guys mentioned in the press TechCrunch, back in Asia as well. You guys going to focus on consumer digital identification and eKYC.
Yep.
Walk us through, you guys have plans for it.
Yeah, sure. So our approach to KYC is slightly different, right? Because our challenges are different. Our primary function right now is to enable credit and biometric products out to consumers. So it's not, we're not taking any money at the moment, right? But what we would use eKYC for is to prevent identity theft and fraud. So someone applying for a credit product in your name with your details, I think it's not surprising that every single person in this room has given a copy of their ID to somebody at some point in time in the last 5 years, right? So that will be the problem we will try to tackle, which is how do we best match what is actually a very robust non-eKYC system, face-to-face system right now, which is the biometric identification. Right? You can't. It's very difficult to forge fingerprints. It's very easy to get someone's IC copy, right? So our challenge would be to go as far as possible to match the requirements for CBD, as far as Bank Negara describes it, to go as far as possible to match the success rate of biometric identity confirmation in branch or in person, right, with the biometric confirmation. So we'll go as far as we can to do that. It can be facial recognition, it can be document recognition. We need probably all of them combined in order to meet that standard, right, of biometric confirmation on our side anyway.
When it comes to this facial recognition, biometrics, precision is the name of the game, right? And you mentioned biometrics. MoneyMatch is doing facial recognition. It's a question to all three of you. How confident are you when you outsource your security system to a third party, building your own biometric system potentially, and maybe from a technical perspective, like these two, which one is better when it comes to safety?
Okay, with regards to building your own or outsourcing, I dare say that it really depends who you use as an outsourcing partner. So we combed through quite a couple of third-party service providers, and we managed to land on one that we're currently using that was basically built by a couple of PhD guys in Oxford. It's currently used by Uber, Revolut, a very large fintech startup in the UK, and a couple of other guys as well. So we made a business call whereby we could probably develop it internally. But you see, the component of building that facial recognition algorithm is very difficult. So what most of the guys do is everybody plugs into an API, right? So either the Azure, I think most people use Azure right now. So Azure has basically a stock API out on, Azure is Microsoft's cloud service, by the way. So they have stock API out there where you can just plug it into your platform, you can solve the backend and build it, but the backend is still Microsoft Azure. So we decided to rely on third-party service provider, and we also overlaid because they also provided us basically with all the requirements that we were required to comply with Bank Negara's requirements, which is basically holographic identification of your IC to determine whether the watermarks are there, whatnot, etc., etc. And on top of that, but we chose to do screening ourselves. So instead of just outsourcing the whole KYC component, we use a third-party provider for one component, but screening is still done internally, which basically is the last, sort of like the gatekeeper before you approve the client.
I mean, in our experience, we don't know what we don't know really what the best solution is because again, in Malaysia we're very fortunate to have a very robust identity system, which is our IC and biometric identification, right? On our side, we'll do as much as we can in-house, including the final screen, same as the MoneyMatch guys. But we will definitely also consider outside for exactly what we discussed, so photographic authentication of document, the IC document, facial recognition software. It's not something that we would look to build entirely in-house, for sure. We will use publicly available technologies where possible, but it is likely that we will also consider the public provider. But the real goal is not who we use, what we use, it's to what extent are we happy that we can satisfy that CDD is the same, if not better. I think that's the requirement, right? The same, if not better, than the face-to-face.
So this is the last question before I open the questions to the floor. I mean, I'm sure you guys are very eager to ask. Han, you said that Malaysia is very fortunate. We have very biometric system, ID system. How about Indonesia? Because you guys have Credit Global in Jakarta, and what's the difference?
I think it's actually easier because if a country does not already have a robust non-digital process for KYC. So I can actually impersonate someone in Indonesia and I'll get a bank account, right? Because there's no biometrics. If I get his documents, if I can forge documents, I walk in and it looks like me, the picture looks like me, I can get a bank account, right? Because if there's no robust, JPN system is very robust here in terms of preventing fraud. You can get IC, but it's very difficult to forge someone's fingerprints.
So would that be presenting like a high security risk?
Correct. So for eKYC in Indonesia, I actually believe it's easier because it is less. The existing systems are less robust than here, right? So for any kind of fintech start looking to do eKYC, it might actually be easier in a jurisdiction where physical is less secure than here in Malaysia. But the requirement is clear from the negara, unless I really wrong this one, which is the digital identification needs to be the same if not better, right? And that is the challenge for all fintech startups here in Malaysia.
Okay, with that, we're going to open the questions to the floor. Please state your name and the question that the person you're directing to.